The Triad of Gods. The heavens were in motion. An ancient chant echoed between worlds, and from it emerged the voices of the ancestors, arriving while singing in unison. They were not mere voices, but frequencies, vibrations that crossed the fabric of space and turned every particle of air into reverence. I felt consumed by that presence. I was seated when I sensed an energy rising from the deepest part of my being. From my chest, from my very heart, something began to take form, as if the essence of eternity was being shaped before me. And then, slowly, I felt Mjölnir, awakening. It did not come as before, descending from the sky in flames. This time, it was born from within me. With every beat of my heart, fragments of bronze glimmered, fusing in my hand. First a spark, then the handle, and finally the head of the hammer, blazing with bronze-colored lightning, splitting the air like relics forged in the dawn of time. I lifted Mjölnir and with all the strength of my soul, hurled it to the heavens, so it could merge with the galactic Mjölnir, their ancestral weapon that dwelled upon the throne of the stars. The skies lit up in streams of energy, and when the hammer returned to my hand, it was no longer bronze, but pure white light. No longer matter, but living energy itself. In that same instant, the Ass hat of Odin crowned my head, marking me as heir to the wisdom of the 9 realms. The staff in my hands began to shine, and before me, a new presence appeared. Amun-Ra, the eternal son of Egypt, radiating with flaming brilliance. Soon after, the skies split with thunder, and Zeus descended in lightning, vast and majestic, his form wrapped in black clouds and golden sparks. And then the impossible took place. Odin, Zeus, and Amun-Ra began to merge into a single entity. It was the birth of the Triad of Gods, the convergence of realms into one divine being, as if time and space themselves bowed before this union. The firmament opened in a white, radiant arc. And in that moment, I understood. I was not merely an observer. I was the Sasson of the ancestors, invited to sit among them, to share not in war, but in a sacred conversation, like a family reunited after ages of silence. Then, through eternal winds, another face appeared. Jehovah. His countenance was serene, with long white hair flowing as though the very breath of the universe was upon it. He did not need to speak, for his presence alone carried the certainty of eternity. The energy softened, becoming gentler, and the seas awakened in golden waves. From them emerged Poseidon, lord of the oceans, holding the golden trident of Neptune, the symbol of dominion over seas and depths. By his side stood 2 Atlantean beings. Their skin gleamed in hues of beige and gold, and their eyes were like portals guarding ancient secrets. One raised his hand in a gesture of peace, while the other wielded a staff of power, inscribed with symbols that pulsed like living stars. Messages began to flow directly into my mind. Not words, but visions, memories of lost civilizations, rushing like rivers of light within my spirit. And then, in the silence that followed, a greater presence emerged. The air grew dense, and from the deep waters rose King Oz, the Golden King of Atlantis. His crown shone like the sun reflected upon liquid gold, and in his hands rested the staff that governed seas, time, and forgotten realms. His voice echoed both within and beyond me, as though the very ocean spoke. Sail upon my waters. And before that call, I understood that the vision was not an end, but only a beginning. The journey now stretched beyond the earth, beyond Olympus, beyond what eyes could see. For destiny had invited me to cross the veil, and the waters of the king of Atlantis were the path.